We know Marcus Rashford has joined up with the squad. What's the latest on his future?
Yeah, look, I just spent an hour or two just around the Manchester United camp, Mike, and I have to say it's very positive. And, you could argue, could that have been disrupted with the story of Marcus Rashford returning to Manchester United, having not featured for the club for over 18 months, having 2 loan spells away. But look, he's been welcomed back into this squad, into this atmosphere with open arms. It's very interesting. Someone like Yuri Tillmans has joined the club, who he spent 6 months with at Aston Villa. It's very interesting to hear his thoughts maybe on his former teammate and now new teammate at Manchester United. Michael Carrick is another factor here, Mike. He is a manager and coach who knows Marcus Rashford incredibly well, not just as a former teammate, but as a coach on 2 different coaching staffs at the club as well. So his future right now, Mike, for Marcus Rashford, it is very much at Manchester United. I don't think at this stage, though, we can rule out an exit just yet. I would imagine maybe in that last week of the transfer window, there will be some clubs who will look at someone like Marcus Rashford, who could be incredibly useful and upgrade at their left wing position. Now, whether that offer comes and something Manchester United entertain at the cost they want, I think we'll find out. But for now, to go back to your first question, I think Manchester United is still in the market. A few outgoings potentially, but still in the market, especially for a left back. A forward at this stage, think unlikely with Marcus Rashford and Joshua Zirkzee still at the club. And a midfielder, we'll wait and find out. But for now, my bets would be on a left back come the end of the transfer window.
Dan Khan, live from Dublin with United. Thanks, Dan. Michael, what do they do with Rashford?
They keep him and they speak to him, I'm sure Michael Carrick will, and Michael Carrick, he'll have him like a new signing because Michael Carrick's not had him yet. It's not worked under previous regimes, but I'm sorry, I look at Manchester United, I think Michael Carrick's done a great job and he earned the right to have that full-time head coach role, but it will be so different when Europe kicks in, when injuries pick up, Brian Burman playing twice a few days, Sesko playing twice a few days. It catches up with you. Trust me, I've seen the team I've covered over the last few seasons. Injuries catch up with you. Marcus Rashford can go back there and really show that he's still a United boy.
Do Manchester United fans have the right to be frustrated with the business in this window?
Absolutely. I think if you looked at the positivity that was around Old Trafford last season, the fact that Michael Carrick went in there, who's a fan's favourite and been through the club and worked under Sir Alex Ferguson, and it felt like he got Manchester United back on the right track to what Manchester United should be. Style of football, the positivity, the energy, they were winning games, they got back into the Champions League, which would be hugely important financially for the football club so they can start competing for the very, very best players again. And then this would have been the summer that fans would have said, right, let's put our foot on the gas. Let's go and really accelerate, bring some players in, as Michael touched upon, multiple extra additional games within Europe, in the Champions League, not Europa League games, the Champions League games, you're playing the best sides in club football. This was our opportunity to put a real stamp on the window and give him the tools and the squad that he deserves to try and go and be what we need to be. And so far, they would have felt this has gone flat. That swell of positivity, that energy, that buzz, that excitement, that passion that we had, it's all going now because we're left frustrated. We know that the Marcus Rashford situation financially has obviously had a big knock-on effect as to what they can do because he commands huge wages, well over £300,000 a week. If they thought at one stage, right, we're going to get rid of that big weekly wage and we're going to get a fee from Barcelona, that is going to allow us to do X, Y and Z in the transfer window, and suddenly that doesn't happen, it feels like that may have hamstrung Manchester United. And that's where Michael's correct. He's got to say, look, this is potentially a new signing and we need Marcus Rashford to be the very best Marcus Rashford, and then therefore that might help us because that could be the little injection of life that we need right now.
And I don't like saying the things like a new signing, but it is for Michael Carrick, isn't it?
Yeah. No, because he knows what Marcus has been through. And it's clear from the outside that he's had a bit of a turbulent time at United. Things haven't gone so well. He's gone to Barcelona and won La Liga, played at one of the greatest clubs in the world. Probably hoped and thought he'd get more time at the new camp. Now he's coming back. And now Michael Carrick's job is to say, look, you're with me, you're here. I want to get the very best out of you. I want to make you the Marcus Rashford that the fans
still part of England.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it'd be fascinating to see how that plays out. It doesn't look like he's going to be leaving Old Trafford, so he's going to have to knuckle down and be the very best version of himself.
Yeah, Marcus Rashford, a name that no doubt we're going to talk a lot about in this window. And also,
Manchester United fans, Marcus Rashford's future has taken another dramatic turn. After spending time away from Old Trafford, including his loan spell at Barcelona, Rashford is now back with Manchester United and preparing for the new season. But the big question is simple: is Rashford actually staying at United, or is the club still looking for a way to sell him? Recent reports suggest United are prepared to reintegrate him into the squad, but a major offer from a top European club could still change everything. And if Manchester United do decide to sell, where could Rashford actually go? There has been interest from clubs outside England, including Fenerbahce, while Saudi clubs have also been mentioned. However, the latest reports suggest Rashford wants to continue playing at the highest level, which makes a move to another major European club the more interesting possibility. So, United have a decision to make: sell Rashford while they can still command a significant fee, or give him another opportunity to prove himself at Old Trafford. But here's where things get really interesting. If Rashford stays, don't expect to see him wearing the famous number 10 shirt anymore.
Fingers crossed. And what's your score prediction for
That
this
number has
evening?
already been
3-0,
given to
Bruno.
Martinez
3-0.
Cunha, who is
We've just
officially
been like
listed
two
as
different
Manchester
teams, really,
United's
haven't we?
number
I mean,
10.
but
Instead,
the aura we
Rashford
have
is
in
reportedly
European
set to wear the
competitions
number
that we've
14
always
shirt.
had,
That is
I
a
think we'll
major
get
change
across
for
the
a player
line.
who
I
has
mean,
worn
there's
the number
no
10
there's
for
no
so
excuses
long,
for the Premier
and it
League
could almost
performances,
feel like
but
the beginning of a
I
completely
trust us to
new
do the
chapter
job.
for him at Manchester United. And tactically, where does Rashford fit? If Michael Carrick keeps him, Rashford's biggest battle will be for a starting role in the attacking positions. His pace, ability to attack space and finishing can still make him dangerous, but United now have several attacking options, including Cunha, Brian Bumo and Benjamin Sesko. So Rashford may have to fight for his place rather than simply expect to walk straight back into the starting 11. So Manchester United fans, what would you do? Would you sell Marcus Rashford if a big European offer arrives, or give him one more chance to rebuild his career at Old Trafford? And what do you think about the new number 14 shirt? Is this the beginning of a Rashford comeback, or is it simply a temporary stop before his eventual departure? Let me know your opinion in the comments, because this could become one of the biggest Manchester United stories of the transfer window.